Welcome back to episode 8 of Potheads Love Movies. I am Jay Focuz, aka the Pothead, aka the one who haven't missed a theory yet. Yeah, cause I called Lady Loki. I called so many of these events that everything is just culminating exactly how I planned. Nah, but seriously, welcome back. I'm glad you guys can join us. I'm here to break down episode of Loki. Now, we got some major reveals. We got to see the Timekeepers live in action for the first time. Not necessarily live in action. You'll understand a little bit later. But anyway, stick with me because we're about to dive right the fuck in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel because we drop videos just like this, if not every week, at least twice a week. Now, here we go. Now, we open Lady Loki, aka Sylvie. Seems like she's the first variant to escape the TVA using a temp pad. Yeah, now the temp pad thing, it kind of tripped me out just the way that she got it. It was just so young and so, it was bullshit. It was fucking bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and say it how it is. How the fuck did Renslayer get promoted by to judge when a kid slid on her dumb ass? Huh? Don't nobody want to explain that part of it. Disney, clunky writing. Anyway, we see a long-haired man with a beard is seen being dragged off as Sylvie is escorted through the TVA the way that Loki was, and it happens that he's a variant. Yeah, we see him later on. We see him later in life working for the man, the TVA. Obviously, pre-electroshock time collar, obviously, because little Sylvie doesn't have one of those on, and that's one of the reasons she's able to escape so easily. So, after a touching moment of possible Loki on Loki action, two portals open as the biggest pieces of lament come crashing down into the moon. Now, Loki gets tossed into a time cell, is what it's referred to, and promptly relives the memory of Sif beating his ass Groundhog Day style. Yeah, that shit just keeps happening over and over and over again. Obviously, it's some sort of holding cell for somebody that just needs to learn a different way. Now, Mobius attempts to get Renslayer and the others to let him speak with Sylvie and admit telling him he's been lied. Yeah, it's all a fucking thing. It's all coming to wraps. It's all seeming like it's culminating the story. We are on episode 4. It's only 6 episodes this season, and let's continue. After about the 17th ass whooping, Loki breaks down to Sif about narcissism and fear of being alone. His fear at that. And however, she doesn't fucking budge, and Mobius is prepared for the interrogation shortly after this. Now, after a threat of some more quality time loop with Sif, Loki falsely admits to being the orchestrator of the Nexus event. He calls Sylvie the pawn, and Mobius immediately calls his bluff by saying she's been pruned. Now, you can see the look on Loki's face, the way that he just obviously believes it, and it's like almost negligent to his character because it just doesn't seem like Loki's the type of character throughout his entire being. This is the guy that faked his own death, you know what I'm saying, to his family. So this is, I just don't see this type of behavior coming from Loki. It is obviously some character growth going on. Who knows? Eventually, another Loki breakdown as he confesses the harsh reality of what I'm coming to call variancy. Yeah, I just made that up just now. Anyway, Hunter B-15 enters the room that Sylvie is being held in and leads her through one of the portals. Now, Renslayer slaps an X-party motion of stay execution on the couch for Mobius to sign, and he brings up Hunter C-20, which makes a shady acting Renslayer respond with what he wanted to hear. She didn't tell him much of anything. She just kind of gave him the runaround. Hey man, this is how it is. This is how it's always going to be, man. We're friends, right? We should stay friends. We should stay cool. We're tight. That shit was okay. It is what it is. I knew I was catching on to her bullshit. Now, it seems like Renslayer obviously doesn't truly know what's going on in the grand scheme of things. She acts like Loki did when he admitted that he was the ringleader with Sylvie in that whole grand scheme of things. So I think that she's definitely lying somewhere here. I don't even think she knows anything about anything for the matter. But B-15 eventually questions Sylvie and gets the goods as she pumps her brain with that sweet sweet memory juice. Yeah. If she saw her past life in the Lovecraft country, I don't think she would have been so happy about it. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, Mobius unearths the ever so, I guess the ever so true proof of variancy using the interrogation of Hunter C20 from Renslayer's temp pad that he nabbed while he was in her office. Now, yeah, that was a real quick scene, real fast, and he did it though. He made sure he did it. Renslayer was putting Sylvie's blade on her trophy case, I guess we're gonna call it. But anyway, Moby resurfaces with Loki from his time cell, only to be again apprehended by TVA agents and Renslayer. Renslayer begins to question Mobius about her device, to only have the big homie Mobius double back to their conversation in her office. During that time, Renslayer had asked where in time would he go if he had the choice. And he told her back then that he would love to just be here with everybody in the TVA doing what he loves to do, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. But guess what? He drops the motherfucking bomb that he'd rather be riding jet skis around this bitch in the dimension he came from than being here. And that's when it goes down. After they prune him, yeah, off his ass. Or so we, stick around with me, I'm gonna get there. So after trotting Loki off, Renslayer makes finding B-15 a priority after had spoken with Sylvie. And Renslayer eventually sends guards to search for her while the Lokis await pruning. In the ever so elusive gold door elevator, Sylvie asks if Renslayer remembers her, who admits to it, but not copping to knowing what her Nexus event was. Was it just her being born? Maybe. Anyway, they exit the elevator and we finally get a chance to glimpse the timekeepers. Yeah, just chilling in a mad, magical looking room. And this room seems like it was inspired by Relativity, a painting by MC Escher. Yeah, that nigga had bars. No, I'm just kidding, he didn't. Super meta, to say the least. Anyway, Loki and Sylvie chop it up with the timekeepers until B-15 shut off Loki and Sylvie's collars and toss Sylvie her blade that Renslayer claimed for her trophy earlier on. Now, after this, we come to an action-packed fight scene. Boom, pam, bing, bow. You've seen one of these before. Anyway, then Sylvie chucks her blade like a Kung Lao fatality. We discover what they thought were the timekeepers were actually some kind of weird cyborg android thing. Or whatever. Anyway, the other two double over, cracking the fuck up. Like, I was watching, I noticed those other two timekeepers that were left looking like some Chuck E. Cheese rejects literally were cracking the fuck up. It was hilarious to me. And I don't think we'll get much of the big bad guy in the show. Just based off that scene, I think it's something that's more along the lines of setting up a big bad in the next flick. But for now, the TVA will do. So Sylvie flips out over the fake timekeepers, but as Loki finally begins to confess to her what seems like neither of them should be alone or whatever, I guess zap, prune. Yeah, prune, real fast. Like pre-final credits, we see Loki has not been Game of Thrones, not fucking Ned Stark like we would think, and several other Lokis surround him in what seems like a version of New York City if the Avengers took that Thanos L. Yeah, so that's the whole thing here. We get to see old man Loki from Loki's first comic book appearance, Journey into Mystery, number 85. We also see a version of Kid Loki that is holding, I'm guessing it's an alligator Loki. I looked it up. It doesn't exist in Loki canon, and I've never seen this shit before. So that's why I'm like, all right, this is cool. This is interesting. I want to see what the fuck alligator Loki is all about. Now, Black Loki over there, they list him as boastful, prideful Loki. You know, whatever. I guess we'll see what the fuck that's all about in the next episode. I'm not sure. The way that this area looks that they're in the end scene credits is because, I mean, I really think this is where we're going to actually find King Loki, where the Vote Loki saga of things would sort of begin. And I'm interested to see all of the other Lokis actually come into play here. This is going to be interesting. I'm super excited. I think this was one of the better episodes of the season so far. But of course, as you get deeper into the show, the episodes would supposedly get better because the story is culminating. So yeah, I mean, I guess I get it. But anyway, man, what do you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe. Go into the comments. Let me know what you think. I'm going to go ahead and break down some of my Easter eggs and theories right now. Stay around. Now, I will say, just on general observation, I really dig how when Lamentus was crashing down on Lamentus 1, Loki's connecting and being together and on a different level actually created that atomic event that happened in the episode, causing it to spike all the way up, like, and get them to the TVA to realize exactly where the two Lokis were. I thought that was amazing. It's just classic Loki shit. I do think that Renslayer obviously knows about Sylvie's enchantress type powers to enslave somebody's mind and get inside of it. I think this is one of the main reasons why Sylvie was such a key factor in somebody that they needed to capture. Not only was what she was trying to accomplish, but what she was capable of in the process, starting the fucking revolution inside the TVA. At a point in the story when Hunter B-15 is talking to Mobius, Mobius mentions that they process people of Kree Titans, which is, you know, Thanos' folk, who are technically Eternals, and we supposed to be hearing a lot more from them a little bit later or whatnot. But he also said they hauled in vampires. Yeah, real slight nod to some motherfucking Blade shit. That's right, you guessed it, it's Blade, and it's coming. I'm pretty sure of it, man, sooner than later. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I'm eager. Now, there's a big thing that we noticed once again at the end scene, which is, do people really get, like, prone melted off the face of every timeline, or do they get transported somewhere else? We see that the timekeepers are alive. Everything's alive. So why should we believe that these people that are being zapped are being sent back to some, you know, to non-existence? Maybe they're being sent to exactly where they belong because they did not follow the rules of the TVA and therefore belong back where they belong. Maybe that's the grand scheme master plot that they have made here in this MCU story. Maybe this is part of it. I don't know. Maybe that theory is crazy. I don't fucking know. But if you think so, let me know, man. I want to know what you guys think. So anyway, I don't really have too much else, man. Like I said, the story was great. One of the best episodes so far. I'm pretty sure episode 5 is going to be even better, but I mean, that's what I have for you guys today. Once again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video on Facebook, like it on YouTube. Do what it takes to get me seen on the algorithm. Yeah. So anyway, man, with no further ado, I am Jay Focuz. This is episode 8.